When many people think of starting a business, they think it's impossible because they think of mega success stories, multi-billion-dollar companies like Google or Facebook. Then they think, I didn't go to Oxbridge or an Ivy League school, or I'm not from a rich family, so it could never be me. But what if starting a successful business is far more attainable than you think? One thing people fail to realize though is that there are very many successful businesses that they would never have heard of that rake in 6 to 7 figure annual incomes. These figures aren't out of this world filthy rich, but they're definitely way more than you'd be able to make from most corporate jobs. And most importantly, owning a business like this allows you to achieve financial freedom and potentially frees up one of the most valuable known resources. A resource far more valuable than money: time. In this video, I'll be explaining why learning to code offers one of the most attainable routes to financial freedom. So firstly, you can't touch software. It's intangible, and this is a huge bonus. Because software is just data on a computer, it can be replicated infinitely. Imagine you were in the business of selling expensive jewelry. Think of how great it would be if at the click of a button you could copy the jewelry for free. Then you sell them both. Think of how miraculous that would be. This is the reality for software businesses, and it's part of the reason that today's tech companies are by far some of the richest companies that have ever existed. The second point is that the income generated from your business doesn't have to be directly tied to your time. Let's say you've just made a successful web app. While you may have to spend some time now and again maintaining the service, the bulk of the time investment is mainly upfront when you are actually writing the code. Now that you've done the work, you can kick your feet back and replicate your service millions, billions, trillions of times for free and sell your product to as many people that are willing to buy it. And my third point is that startup costs can be relatively low. This depends on the type of product or service you're offering, but it's very possible to start a successful software business with less than $1,000 in your pocket. While some business costs may develop along the way, fundamentally all you may need at the start are your computer, some good programming tools, many of which are free by the way, and a brain, which I assume you have. So these 3 points are the reason why learning to code offers one of the most accessible forms of wealth. Many other industries are very inaccessible to people from most backgrounds. For example, the oil industry. These businesses have huge upfront costs. I mean, just think of how expensive it would be to drill an oil well. While obviously there is such a thing as venture capital, generally it's a lot easier to start one of these businesses if you're already wealthy. I hope you guys like this video. If you agree or disagree with anything I said, maybe leave a comment below and enlighten me a little. As usual, thanks for watching guys. Bye.